Yes. First of all, thank you for having me here. My journey actually had somewhat of a non-traditional entry into cybersecurity. So I come from a reporting or a journalism background, and it started with a publication called SC Media, formerly SC Magazine. And basically, as a reporter, we covered cybersecurity, and I was there for about 4 or 5 years. And I learned a lot about just the industry as a whole. I learned that cybersecurity wasn't just IT, but it's its own niche, and I learned about exploits and vulnerabilities and patching. And it made me want, I reached a point where I wanted more, and I wanted to do more than just talk about cybersecurity incidents. I wanted to help prevent them as well as combat against them. And that kind of prompted me to go back to school and get a master's in computer science, but also to add a competitive edge. I wanted to obtain a certification as well. And that certification turned out to be the Certified Ethical Hacking certificate, which helped. Once I completed school, a few months later, I was able to get a job as a contractor with a major healthcare organization in New Jersey. I was there for a while, and then I transferred to a somewhere in the financial industry, and I ended up working for a multinational bank, and that ended up. I did that as a contractor as well, and then I found a permanent full-time position where I am now at Skechers. So it's been a good journey, but it started from just getting my feet wet, learning about cybersecurity from the outside, and then just kind of working from the inside. I started as a reporter, and then I had a couple of contractor jobs as an analyst, and now I'm a full-time analyst. So it's been great. I guess one of the biggest things for me is just kind of doing a little bit of research and trying to find what certificates held the most weight and that I could actually obtain. So a lot of things were on the table, but it just seemed like the best option. It seemed like it had the most respect in the industry. It seemed that a lot of applications that I was applying for at the time listed as a preferred requirement, or in some cases a requirement, or at the very least preferential advantages and preferential treatment for candidates that had that certificate. And it kind of just seemed like a no-brainer. Yeah. I think that it helped me stand out among other candidates. It also helped not only in my full time work or my contractor work, but also part time work. Among my In the midst of my journey, I was fortunate enough to be part of a pilot program with CUNY College's BMCC, Borough Manhattan Community College. I was able to teach a class there that helped non traditional students transition into cybersecurity. And one of the, I guess, factors that led to me getting that role was that I had a degree, a certified ethical hacker certificate. I had the master's in computer science, but in addition to my experience, that actual certificate kind of stood out, and that was turned out to be what I was told one of the determining factors of why I was given the job over other candidates. And it's just been a great opportunity. It's been a great opportunity to kind of demonstrate that not only do I know the industry from a educational standpoint, but I also know it from a working standpoint. I also know it from a practical and applied standpoint as well. And I think that the certificate was a way to kind of demonstrate that. I think it's very recognized. It was recognized in previous places that I've worked at. I know other people that have the CEH certification along with other respected certifications, and it's highly respected. Honestly, I mean, it's part of why I'm in the current role that I'm in now. So it definitely holds weight in the industry, and a lot of recruiters as well as the actual manager who you're probably going to be reporting to, who's looking at what the recruiter gives them. They recognize that certificate, and it definitely helps. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. As I said earlier, basically with when I first started applying to make the transition from being a cybersecurity reporter or cybersecurity coordinator to being a full-time cybersecurity analyst, that was one of the first things that I put on my resume, and it helped. Even for jobs that I didn't end up getting, just in the interview process, I had recruiters tell me that that was one of the biggest things that caught their attention. So when I ultimately did get the jobs as contractors and ultimately where I am now, it definitely helped improve my standard of life. It helped me get better jobs, better pay, and yeah, I think it's a great. I think it overall just helped me be a better cybersecurity analyst and a better cybersecurity professional. From some of the things that I studied, most of the things that I studied on the test, in some way, shape, or form, as the longer I'm in this industry, the more that, oh, okay, that's what they were talking about. Oh, that's why I had to learn that. And it does kind of show itself over time. And the more you get into a specialized field within cybersecurity, the more you start to see the nuances and the things that, the exam to get the certification covered, you start to see that in practice. And it starts to make sense of, okay, that's why you have to prove competency in those areas in order to demonstrate that you can deal with these problems. Absolutely. The job that I did as a part-time teacher at the MCC, I was able to help non-traditional students that were looking to make a transition into cybersecurity. I was given an opportunity to teach them, to give them personal experience of what I've seen in my day-to-day role as a cybersecurity analyst in both healthcare and in the financial sector. And it was a great opportunity in order for me to just pass down knowledge to people that hadn't necessarily entered the field but were seriously considering it and trying to make cybersecurity a career for themselves. Having that certificate enabled me to get the job that put me in the position to help other people. So I would definitely say that I was giving back to the community because that program was free to them. Every student that took that course, it was 100% free, and they were able to go out and then seek certificates in other organizations that enabled them to enter the field of cybersecurity. So absolutely, it helped me give back to the community. I would probably say my favorite part of the CEH program was looking at things from a hands-on perspective, trying out different techniques, trying out different attacks and things like that, trying out different methods to gain information, access information. In the process of learning and getting ready for the test, I like to learn by example and learn by doing. So just a lot of the experiments and kind of tests, if you will, that I performed in sandbox environments in order to, capture the flag and things like that. Those little tricks and techniques that you learn are definitely what stuck with me. Yes, I definitely would attribute my success in part to it. And I guess my message to EC Council is thank you for a certificate for offering a program and a certificate that allows people to demonstrate their competency in cybersecurity, that allows them to show that they have what it takes to be cybersecurity professionals, and offering a certificate that's recognized in the industry that can help people get jobs and improve their lives and advance their careers.